Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Razors and Diapers. This is an exciting episode because, although we know that divorce happens, this is an episode about hope, some things that men can consider before they divorce. I'm Pete Saunders, and we have Dr. Ricketts with us. Dr. Ricketts, tell us what some of the things that men should think about before they walk into the lawyer's office.
Okay, the fact that people are contemplating divorce, it means that they were married. And so when we get married, we take vows, and we take eternal vows, vows that says in good times and bad, sickness and health, we're going to be there for each other. One of the things that I've noticed over the years, working with families and particularly those who are divorcing, is that in many cases, when the bad time comes, people are willing to call it quits. We're in this microwave society where everything is quick and drive through.
Instant.
And so we are not as willing anymore to work through the bad times. That might be, there might be some merit to that when no children are involved. However, when children are involved, because of the permanency of families, we have to think twice. And, parents should think about getting counseling, making sure that they do all they can before they make that final step. There's a school of thought. There are quite a few people who feel very strongly that even in a situation in which there's a lot of conflict, except if there's domestic violence or abuse, parents stay together, even for the children's sake, it is better than divorcing. Because studies show that in some cases, divorce can be so traumatic for children that if a parent dies, sometimes children adjust much easier to the death of that parent than the divorce itself.
Wow.
So jumping and divorcing because of somebody did something wrong or didn't live up to the expectations of the marriage can be wrong in many cases. So parents should think twice before they take that step.
But Dr. Ricketts, what does a man do when he's willing to work on the marriage but the wife isn't?
Well, not just the man, but when either it takes two for the marriage to work.
Right.
And so if one person wants it and the other one doesn't, then that's not going to work. Both people takes two to make it work, and they have to recognize that problems exist and be willing to work on them together. There's really very little he can do, but when children are involved, if they do decide to divorce, he needs to still continue to be the best parent that he can be, even if the other person is not willing to meet him halfway.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we fathers, we need a lot of support as well.
Absolutely.
One thing that happened here in the state of Florida, what used to happen is that when divorce occurs, moms used to get custody and fathers get visitation. But that has now changed. Since October 1st of 2008, there's a new requirement, what we call time sharing, equal time with dads and equal time with moms.
Okay.
Because one of the things that we know now is that fathers can be just as caring and nurturing as mothers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's, mothers have a maternal instinct, but fathers have a paternal instinct, and they might do it differently, but
Right.
both styles complement each other. And when they work together, even after divorce, it can be very beneficial for the children, for both boys and girls.
Yeah, I think many other jurisdictions are seriously considering that same approach, because even here in Bermuda, where I'm located, they have started debating co-parenting approach here. So just to ensure that, because we all know that kids do much better when both parents are around and involved. So,
Yeah.
Whatever we can to facilitate that, whatever we can do to facilitate that, we should.
Yes. So even before parents decide, they have to make sure that the marriage has really broken down significantly and that there's nothing they can do to get it together, and think how is it going to affect the children when they divorce, and what steps they can take afterwards to soften the blow.
Okay. Well, thanks, Dr. Ricketts. I really, really hope that this episode has given someone just a glimmer of hope, at least, to not rush to the lawyer's office just yet, to just make sure that they have done everything that they can possibly do to stay married and to.
And also, Pete, if you might tell our viewers that to check out the resources at my website, they're also available online at Amazon and Barnes and Noble and so on. There's a small book, very
Mhm.
small book, Before You Divorce, 101 Things You Should Know.
Oh, awesome.
Very nice resource that they might find helpful.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Dr. Ricketts, and thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we invite you to share your comments. So until then, take care.
Bye.